What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy arislior, and this is the Hill Trick. And I am back with another video. Y'all, this one about to be juicy, like real live, you feel me? Get comfortable, get your little snacky snacks, get your water, get whatever you need, because we about to talk. Y'all about to get to know me better, and it's about to be a vibe. So I want to start back younger, when I was like elementary, like middle, like the middle of my elementary years. I definitely knew, but I feel like I was also like kind of bi at the time, because like I still had little crushes on girls. I love Rihanna at the time. Like Rihanna, like she was everything. Like I really liked her. So, and then just like Teen Titans, like Raven, I liked her. So I don't know, I was just always more attracted to femininity rather than masculinity. So I feel like that was like, I kind of knew at early on, like, okay, I am more attracted to feminine stuff, and I do kind of like dudes, although I still like girls too. So yes, and I remember when I was young, I used to think that I could twerk for some reason.
Gay!
Like nobody knew that I did that, but like I would literally used to think that I could twerk and be twerking and really be looking a mess. Then around that same time, my cousin, just out of nowhere, we were just watching TV, playing, talking and stuff. She just randomly asked me if I was gay. And it caught me off guard, because I'm like, no, like, what made you think that? And she was like, I'm just asking, like, it's okay if you is. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
The lies.
So that was like the first time I ever really got like asked that. And me and my cousin was real close, so we was like brother and sister for real. So she knew me, like we knew each other. So another time I got asked, y'all, I was in 6th or 7th grade. I was catching a bus. I got on the bus, went to the back of the bus where all my friends was. And as soon as I sat down, my friend was just like, yeah, the bus driver asked if he was gay.
Really, bitch, because I shouldn't have been in y'all conversation, because I don't talk about you. But you're a sneaky ass bitch.
And I'm just like, it's 7 in the morning. I'm just thinking like, why the fuck? Like, why? Like, why? It's early. Like, why would you even? So that was literally the second time I had got asked. And I was still very, very young. So caught me off guard. And you gotta think about it, it's a grown ass lady asking a kid that.
Bitch, get your own ass out of here, you raggedy ass hoe. Bitch, go.
Like, ma'am, you're grown as fuck. All you're supposed to be doing is driving this bus and make sure we're getting safeties. Getting to school safe and sound. Like, why are you asking? Look. So that was just ignorant to me. So that caught me off guard. And around that time, that's when Kick was out. Y'all know how it used to be when Kick was out. Kick was definitely for like the young little hoes. I ain't gonna say hoes. I'm not even gonna say that. It was for the young people that was experiencing, getting to know themselves better. That was when puberty started to hit and stuff. So, I definitely used to send pictures to dudes. They used to send pictures back, used to have conversation with dudes. I don't think I was talking to girls. In middle school, I was starting to be like, okay, like, seeing dudes and stuff, and like definitely thinking they was cute and stuff, while still having girlfriends and stuff. So, I was always attracted more to girls. Like I always had way more friends that were girls than boys, but still having girlfriends. But in my mind, and I did, really like them and stuff. Like I did really, really did like them. But I just also did think dudes was cute. I wasn't ever thinking about dating one or anything like that. But I just thought in my mind, like, they cute. I also grew up in a real, real religious family. I went to church ever since I was 5. Christian religion. So y'all know how they feel about stuff like that. It's not accepted. It's not talked about in a good way. So I feel like that's also the reason why I didn't really express that side of me. That religion, it really plays it out to be very, very negative. And I was just the type of kid where I didn't want no problems. I didn't want no confrontation. I ain't want no problem, big fella. So I wasn't with the shits at the time. So high school, I gradually like started thinking dudes was like more cute and started getting more interested, like, like sexually. and stuff like that. While still having girlfriends and stuff, but I was just slowly but surely through my freshman year to senior year, I was getting more attracted to dudes. But I didn't show it. Like, I was definitely still DL. Like, nobody knew. Well, I thought nobody knew, but I actually had a best friend, and he said they would ask him if I was, but he would always be like, no, no. So people really didn't know, and I never told him either, so he really didn't know either. And I still took girls to homecoming, still talked to girls, but I definitely was just growing more. I was just liking dudes more, like I really was, but I don't know, I felt like, you know, it was wrong to like that. You know, it wasn't really like accepted back then in high school and stuff like that. So I was just DL for real. Like, I didn't talk to dudes or nothing like that, but I just, in my mind, like, I did like dudes, but I just didn't express it. So I did have like one gay experience in high school in my senior year, but that was only one time. Then after that, I took a girl to prom, and like, I really did like her and stuff, really did try to build the relationship and stuff, but when it didn't work out, I just knew, I'm like, okay, this is most definitely the last girl I'm gonna talk to. And like I said before, it was nothing wrong with her, had nothing to do with her, you know, it just didn't work out. She was cute, you know, but it just didn't work out. And then I was going to college, so I already had made up in my mind, like, I'm finna be on a different tip, not finna fuck with girls for real. So really at all, I wasn't gonna fuck with girls at all, but I was still DL. So freshman year of college, I was still showing my masculine side, really. Like, I wasn't really showing my feminine side. So girls would try to talk to me sometimes, but like, I just already made up in my mind I was not talking to no more girls. After that prom, I wasn't talking to no more girls. So I was actually talking to dudes back at home. My college was an hour away from me. I went to Central State. And yeah, I wasn't talking to no dudes after college, but I talked to dudes at home. So whenever I went back home, once or twice a month to go back to wash clothes. So whenever I went back, I would go back and talk to dudes. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, that's honestly when I had my whole phase. I feel like I technically lost my virginity my freshman year of college too. Like, I waited a little while. So I lost my virginity when I was 18. And I literally just had my whole phase. I ain't even gonna lie, I had my whole phase. I talked to a few different dudes throughout my year of being at college, and just figuring out the type of dudes I like, figuring out what I liked. And I'm just gonna say I had my whole phase. I'm not even gonna get too deep into it, but y'all know what that means. I was talking to different dudes, you feel me? I was doing different things or whatever. I was just figuring out what I liked, what I didn't like, and stuff like that. That freshman year going into the summer, I ended up finding my ex, and it was crazy because he actually had lived 5 minutes away from me back at home. So he slid in my DMs like a few days before we left to go back home for summer. And yeah, we ended up linking up. And then after we linked up, like, we was damn near together. I ain't even gonna say we was damn near together, and we was talking all the time. I was always going over his house and stuff. And that really is just what it was. Basically, we had a boyfriend, but nobody knew. We basically just talked the whole summer. Dated, talked the whole summer, had our little trials and tribulations or whatever. Sophomore year, we was still talking through my sophomore year and stuff, but I had just grew so depressed because I'm like, at this point, I'm living a whole different double life. Like, I'm not being true to who I am to my friends. Like, my friends don't nobody know. Like, only dude that I was talking to knew, you know, that I was out. Well, that I was gay. So it really started to eat me the fuck up inside. Like, you know, and I was just always praying to God, you know, just wondering if this was the right decision to make, you know, with my sexuality and stuff. And I was just overthinking it. And that sophomore year, I just grew so depressed. Like, that whole 2 semesters that I did not go out my room for real. You can ask my closest friends, yeah, they know I did not come out the room. Like, I was depressed as fuck that year. And like, my hygiene got bad, my relationship with God just got bad, my relationship with self got bad. It was just really, really eating me the fuck up inside. And it took a toll on my mental health, my physical health, my spirituality, my emotional health. It was just really, really bad. Like I said before, I was just praying, just going back and forth, like, is this right? Like, y'all, I was driving myself fucking crazy about this. Like, I was driving myself so crazy about it because like I told y'all before, I grew up in a religion where that's looked down on. That's not, you know, the right thing to do. So I was just stressing myself out. And like every weekend, unless I legitimately had to stay at school, I literally went back to school every weekend. Like I genuinely don't think I missed more than like two, maybe 3 weekends. Like I went back home every single weekend. And like I told y'all before, my ex that I was staying with, he literally stayed 5 minutes away from my house. So unless like I went home like to wash, like unless I had needed to wash, I would go to my go back home, go see my family. But other than that, like they did not know that I was coming back home. I was coming home every weekend, like because I was so depressed. And when I went there, like no, it wasn't perfect, but it was my stress reliever. Like I felt better when I got there. Um, yes, like I felt so much better when I got there, and just simply being home. Like I just didn't like school. It wasn't just me coming out. Like I didn't like school. I didn't like having a roommate. I didn't like completely like the schoolwork that I was doing. So it wasn't just me coming out, but me coming out mainly was it. And the school was good though. I didn't like it. Every time I go back home, we would go to like the grocery store. We go to like Kroger or something like that. And since we lived so close, I always thought that I would see somebody from my family or something like that, and I would end up getting caught. And they'd be like, "Well, why are you not at school?" Like, even though it's the weekend and I was supposed to be at school, but and I didn't tell nobody. It was just anxiety. It was depression. It was overthinking. It was the worst feeling ever. Like that was definitely a very, very bad period in my life. Now that I really go back and think about it, and you can even ask them, y'all. Like I was looking crazy because like it would be looking like I would be like hiding when I was in the sea. I would kind of my seat would be back a little bit, and I would just be like ducking and dodging, just always looking. That shit make you paranoid. Like that shit just, it's just not a way to live. It's just not a way to live at all. So that was also making it worse. And my friends did not know at school. None of my friends knew, and I was just hiding it until I just got to one point. Um, my best friend that started doing my hair, I started growing my hair out, and I just kept going back and forth. I'm like, I want to tell her, but then I really don't. And I just kept going back and forth. I was like, I gotta tell you something, but then I don't want to tell you at the same time. And she was like, just tell me. And I swear, y'all, I literally went back and forth and did this for like 10 minutes. And then I finally told her. She was like, okay, because I thought you was gonna say you was finna fight me or something. Like she thought I was finna say something crazy, like because I just kept going back and forth. I was just so scared to tell her. I didn't know what her reaction was gonna be, but she was very accepting of me, and she was like, I got a uncle. I got an uncle that's gay, and he's married to a dude, and so she already like experienced gay people and stuff like that. She had somebody in the family, so it was actually good to talk to her since she already had knowledge on how that goes and stuff like that. So she was just very accepting and just let me know that I didn't have to hide, didn't have to, be sad or whatever. And then after I told her, I told my mentor. My mentor just let me know, like, it's nothing wrong with me. At the end of the day, I am who I am. I can't hide myself, hide my light for nobody. Um, it's just me. It's just who I am, and I just have to get comfortable with it. And that God isn't mad at me. God loves me, and just definitely reminding me like the realness, like getting my thoughts back on track, and just getting me back on track as a person because I was fucked up out here. I was really, really fucked up. And she could tell I was fucked up too. But she helped me so much. 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 And she also do my taxes now, y'all. So if y'all need y'all taxes done, let me know, and I'll hit her up for this next coming year, and she'll get you right on together. But yeah, she got me together, like helped me out spiritually and a lot with my coming out journey. Like she helped me a lot, and I really appreciate it for that. Um, then moving on to the summer, I was in a internship that after the training was done, I was gonna go back home to Cincinnati, and I was going to be working at a bank. And I'm still feeling better about myself, but I'm still not fully there, still not fully comfortable with myself, still accepting myself and talking to God and building back a better relationship with God and stuff like that. And I was just to the point I was ready to come out. I was so ready to come out because I was just so tired of living a double life. I didn't want to keep going back home and hiding and ducking and dodging. So when it came time, when I felt like I was really, really ready to come out and I was ready, I made a post on Facebook and on Instagram. And it was a picture of us. We was in this car. And it was just a picture of us. I wish I could find a picture. I just made a long post like, I've been struggling with this for so long. I'm just so ready to be free, blah, 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 blah. I was the only one that was holding myself from being free. I was the only person that was holding myself back and not exuding my light. Like, so I came out, I got a lot of good support, a lot of good external validation. Of course, some of the straight dudes that used to follow me, they quit liking my pictures and stuff. Unfollow me or whatever. I didn't really expect that. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I don't know. I just was ready to get that off my chest. But after I came out on social media, I felt so bad because I didn't tell like my close cousins, and my male best friend. I didn't tell him, and like, he told me, he already knew, and that he still loved me for who I am. And my other cousin said the same thing. But it just kind of fucked me up because I literally burnt a bridge with them. Like, simply because I told the fucking social media before I told the people closest to me, I burnt the bridge and I really fucked up our relationship because, that was like my best friend, like one of my best cousins that were males. And it just left a bad taste in their mouth. It left a bad taste in my mouth. I just fucked up the friendship, and I felt really, really bad for that because I really, really did love them and I really, really did have a great relationship with them. But I was just so consumed and thinking that people were going to judge me and not like me anymore that I just didn't tell them first, and I definitely should. So, definitely, if anybody's DL, definitely let your closest people know first. Like, whether they react good or bad, it's just good to let them know first, because them is your ride or die. Them are the people who, if there's a problem, you feel me, they coming to help. Like, but these other people on social media, it's literally just external validation. Like, they gonna like your post, maybe comment, keep it pushing. Like, but the people that's really in your life, like your main group of people, like, that's the ones who got you for real. So definitely just let them know first, because I really couldn't stand that I burnt bridges, and it took me a long time to get over that because I just felt so bad for not telling them. And I know that I hurt their feelings and stuff like that. So it fucked me up for real. I'm not even gonna lie. But and then after that, I don't know why I individually told my family. Like, I told my grandma. I believe I told my grandma first. And I was also scared because my boyfriend at the time, he was older than me. I was 18 or 19 and he was like 28. So it was a little age gap. So I was also scared about that. But when I actually told my grandma, she said the Holy Spirit had already told her. So I'm like, okay, well, that one was easy. You feel me? She ain't had no problem with me being gay or dude I was talking to. She didn't want me to tell my grandpa because, some people, I don't know. She know him better than I do. So she just suggested I didn't tell him. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tell him. Keep it on down low. And then I told my cousin. She said she already knew. She literally said she already knew, and she accept me and love me still, and nothing's gonna change. I told one of my aunts, she was like, I'm gonna have to get back with you, like, and I understood that because I don't know, it's different for some people. People take in stuff differently and stuff like that. So she needed some time, like she needed some time, and that was cool. I understood that. My other aunt, she was asking me all these different questions, like, what does that mean to me? And, how is that going to change me or affect me? And just making sure I was being safe if I was doing anything sexually with anybody and stuff like that. And she was just more concerned about my safety and protection and just making sure I was good and just making sure I was staying true to myself and making sure that I was just good out here. So she was very accepting. I just feel like you do got to educate yourself on that. So that's why she was asking so many questions, because it's like, especially when nobody's in the family done that, like, it's different. So you really do got to educate and ask questions and really figure out, what's going on and, how long you felt like this and different questions like that, because when you get a better understanding of something, you can accept it more, whether you disagree with it or not. It's just easier to handle the situation. So yeah, I basically told everybody was pretty much accepting of me. It was definitely different, but honestly they accepted me. It took some time, to get used to and stuff like that. But yeah, I was honestly accepted with open arms for the most part. But me, on the other hand, y'all, when I tell y'all I am such an overthinker, like I overthink, and I'm getting out of it, but I used to overthink the smallest stuff. And so I didn't accept myself. Although I had all the external validation, family accepted me, social media for the most part accepted me, I still didn't accept myself. And that was literally a personal problem. Like, I literally had to deal with that myself. I had to get comfortable with being gay and, expressing more of my feminine side and just coming into my identity that the Most High has given me. So it was definitely a struggle for me. Like, it took me some time. It definitely did. But, one thing I did started to do to try to get me more comfortable with it, I started to change my appearance. So after my internship that I was telling y'all about, after that was over, I got my hair dyed brown and I got these 2 braids in the back. And I tell y'all, couldn't nobody tell me shit. Couldn't nobody tell me shit. Like, I feel like that was my transition from DL to open. Like, my transition from DL to coming out really started. So yeah, I dyed my hair. I just started wearing more like vibrant colors and stuff. And I don't know, I was just filling out myself, literally just getting to know myself because, when you're depressed for a while, you get away from yourself, you lose yourself. So I was finding myself. I was literally just finding myself, doing what felt good. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like I was influenced by like social media and stuff. Like, oh, this is what gay is. You gotta be extra flamboyant. I wasn't completely being true to myself. And now that I think about it, that was a big part of why I wasn't comfortable when I came out, because I was kind of like, although I was experiencing stuff, I started to like portray and be someone that I wasn't. And that's why I wasn't comfortable with myself. That's why I couldn't accept myself, because I wasn't myself. Oh, wow. That is such a big fucking realization. I literally was not comfortable and I didn't accept myself after I came out because I wasn't being true to who I was. After that, I ended up dyeing my hair blonde. I got into this modeling org. I was just expressing myself more. I was hanging with more gay people up at school. Oh, and when I came out, it was either like you knew or you didn't. So one of my cousins completely knew. My other cousin had no idea. It threw her for a whole loop. And I think for my aunt too, it threw her for a loop. But like everybody else said they knew in my family. Some people, some friends, like a lot of my friends, they already said they knew. And it's just like, damn, what, you know me better than I know myself? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, either you knew or you didn't. The way I portrayed myself, the way I dressed, the way I talked, the way I walked, like, all that was masculine. Like, to me at least. But I felt like I was hiding it good. But people know, people feel energy. Energy is so fucking real, and that's really what it makes me realize. People know when you're lying. People know when you're being fake. People know when you're being your authentic self. People peep realness. People can feel that shit. So now I think about it, that's why motherfuckers do that. And probably when I liked some dudes that I was like cool with or whatever, they probably literally felt my fucking energy. They probably literally felt my energy. Like, that's so fucking crazy. Like, energy is so real. Yes, y'all, this is my motherfucking coming out story. I'm gonna definitely have some more videos coming soon, so I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I feel like this was definitely a good one to get, so y'all can get to know me better, who I am, stuff like that. I definitely do want to do more stuff like that. I want to build a genuine, honest relationship with y'all. Like, I really, really do. And I am. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I'm going to be posting a lot more and I want y'all to know when I'm posting. It just helps me in this process of growing my YouTube. I know beginning YouTubers, y'all know how that process can be. For some people, it's harder than others, but I got faith that I'm going to be a great YouTuber. I'm going to put out great content as always. I'm going to just always progress and always evolve, you know, on my channel and with my content creation. Let me know any of y'all coming out stories or what resonated with y'all, anything like that. Just let me know in the comments.